You need to understand the severity of this.
Yeah.
Your performance is simply not acceptable.
Yeah.
Action must be taken.
She sat on the cold floor of her bedroom, knees pulled tightly to her chest, her body curled inward, as though trying to hold herself together. Tears streamed silently down her face. Not loud, not dramatic, just steady, like something inside her had finally given way. Zara's hands trembled as she clutched her Bible. The same Bible she had prayed over night after night. The same pages she had cried into. The same promises she had believed with everything in her. Her lips parted slowly. Her voice cracked into a whisper that almost disappeared into the darkness.
Please, God, please.
Lord, did I miss you? The question didn't just come from her mouth. It came from somewhere deeper. A place of confusion, of exhaustion, of quiet fear. And it lingered there, heavy, unanswered. Outside, the Lagos night moved on like nothing was wrong. Distant horns, generators humming, life continuing. But inside that small room, a storm was tearing her apart. Everything she had believed, every sign she thought she saw, every peace she felt in prayer, now felt like a painful illusion. The job she thought God had opened, gone. The stability she prayed for, shattered. And even the man she loved, her husband, Tunde, was no longer looking at her the same way. Not with anger, not even with rejection, but something almost harder to bear. Worry, silence, and a quiet kind of disappointment he was trying hard not to show. Zara swallowed hard. How did it all fall apart like this? She whispered to herself. How did it all fall apart like this? She whispered to herself. Because it didn't start this way. No. It started with hope. Just 12 months earlier, Zara was a devoted young woman trying to live right in a city that never slowed down. Lagos didn't wait for anyone. If you slowed down, it swallowed you. But Zara kept moving. She worked hard. She loved deeply. And she sought God. Not casually, not occasionally, but intentionally. Every single day. Her previous job had drained her. Long hours, endless pressure, little respect. Every evening she would return home exhausted, shoulders heavy, eyes tired, yet somehow still kneel beside her bed and pray. Lord, show me the way. Open the right door. Open the right door. Don't let me miss you. And then one night, something shifted. In the middle of her prayer, a strong impression settled in her spirit. Clear. Persistent. Unusual. A particular company came to her mind, one she had never seriously considered before. The name stayed, echoing. She tried to ignore it, but it didn't leave. The next morning, without her saying a word to anyone, a friend sent her a message. "Zara, I don't know why, but I felt like I should send you this." It was a job posting. That exact company. That exact role. Zara froze. Her heart began to race. The role matched her skills perfectly. The salary? Almost double what she was earning. Every detail aligned so precisely, it felt orchestrated. "This is God," she whispered to herself. And for once, doubt had no voice. She prepared like her future depended on it.
I understand. I'll see you there.
Because to her, it did. She prayed over her CV, spoke life over every line, rehearsed answers until confidence replaced fear. And when she walked into that interview room, she wasn't nervous. She was steady, calm, certain. The panel noticed. They asked questions. She responded with clarity, with grace, with something beyond just preparation. 2 days later, the call came. She got the job. That evening, when she told Tunde, everything lit up. His face, the room, the atmosphere. "Are you serious?" he said, pulling her into a tight embrace. They laughed. They danced, right there in their small living room. They prayed. Together. Thanking God with full hearts. For the first time in a long while, hope didn't just feel possible. It felt real. They even celebrated with a simple meal, rice and chicken. Nothing extravagant. But in that moment, it felt like a feast. They talked about the future, dreamed out loud, planned, believed. The first weeks on the job, everything she prayed for. Zara arrived early each day, energized, grateful. Her colleagues were warm, welcoming. Her boss, Mr. Adebayo, noticed her almost immediately. "You're a great addition to this team," he said one afternoon. Those words stayed with her. She drove home through Lagos traffic with a smile she couldn't hide, whispering quiet prayers of gratitude at every red light. She gave everything to the work, stayed late when needed, pushed herself. Because to her, this wasn't just a job. This was confirmation. But slowly, quietly, almost invisibly, things began to change. It started small. A mistake. Just one. A report error that could have been corrected in minutes. But when Mr. Adebayo called her in, his tone had changed. Sharp, cold, unforgiving. He spoke to her like she had done something far worse. Zara stood there, stunned, confused. Something didn't feel right. And from that moment, everything shifted. Her ideas? Dismissed. Her efforts? Questioned. Sometimes publicly. The same room that once affirmed her now felt like a place of exposure. She began to second-guess everything. Walk carefully. Speak less. Smile less. The confidence she carried began to shrink, day by day, until even going to work felt heavy. At home, Tunde tried. He really did. "Just keep trusting God, my dear," he would say, gently rubbing his shoulders. "It will turn around." But there was something else now. Something unspoken. A quiet tension. Especially when conversations turned to money, to bills, to responsibilities. Zara noticed it, but she said nothing. Not yet. She kept holding everything in. Then came the day everything collapsed. A Monday morning. Like any other. Until it wasn't. She was called into HR. No warning. No preparation. Just words that landed like a blow. Due to restructuring, your position is no longer required. Just like that. 7 months. Gone. No closure. No explanation. Just over. She packed her things slowly, under watchful eyes, colleagues avoiding her gaze. The same place she once thanked God for now felt like a battlefield she had lost. The drive home was a blur. Lagos moved, but Zara felt stuck. Tears falling freely now. No strength left to hold them back. When she told Tunde, he held her tight. But the silence that followed spoke louder than words. Because they both knew. Responsibilities didn't disappear with that job. If anything, they had just become heavier. That night, back on the floor, Bible in hand, voice breaking, she whispered again, "Lord, did I miss you?" And as the weeks passed, she tried to hold on, applied for jobs, prayed longer, believed harder. "Lord, you opened one door before," she whispered. "You can open another." And eventually, another door did open. But this time, the story would not unfold the way she expected. Because while Zara was fighting to keep everything together, there was something she did not yet understand. Something quietly affecting her home, her marriage, her husband. Something he hadn't fully spoken about. Something she hadn't fully seen. And until that truth came to light, no amount of effort, prayer, or opportunity would make sense of the struggle she was in. What could Tunde be hiding from her? How would it affect her? Would she even get another better job? Watch out for part 2. To be continued.